The first year I probably made like maybe like 550, 600. So it's like,
wait, hold on, Dami.
Yeah, so it's...
Welcome to the channel. Big up everybody. Please make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe. You know the vibes. So we're looking at this interview where Dami Hope sits down to discuss what's been going on after Love Island and beyond, Indiyah, all sorts of stuff, with this presenter on the Need to Talk podcast. So we're going to be looking at a couple of the clips. I think Harry's saying, and yeah, obviously gonna have to stay tuned for some of the interesting bits as we go through this interview. But he's discussing what happened after he left Love Island.
It's like, it's good. I didn't want to
on the We Need to Talk podcast.
Do fast fashion. I wanted to, because I don't wear that stuff anyway. And it's like they were paying big. Like,
so he's talking about opportunities, fashion, branding. Probably after he left Love Island, etc. Obviously, he was on Love Island with Indiyah.
They were paying more money than I probably I've seen at once for like a year contract.
So he had access to a year's contract. So let's get through this.
And I'll keep saying no, and then they'll keep like asking me, no, come on, are you sure? We'll up it.
So he's getting increased offers as he moves along. So this is he's kind of introducing you to what it's like essentially to be an influencer who's made it, because it's fair to say that after Love Island he took advantage of the opportunities that were available to him. So you can see it there. Made 600. I mean, I don't care what's in my man's pocket, but obviously he's come to talk about it on the interview. We Need to Talk. He said that he made 600 grand in the first year of Love Island. Well done.
But I was still standing my ground that it's not for me.
And he's saying that he turned down the £200,000 brand deal because it didn't align with his values. Okay.
You share, how much were they offering?
I think they were offering like at first it was like maybe near like 200K.
So it's 200,000.
And it was just like
for 1 year.
Yeah, for 1 year. I feel like
for 1 year, that's not bad going. That's not bad going, mate.
Like all the things I did at that early on really worked out for me because I would get bigger jobs.
So he was getting bigger jobs as time went on.
Later down the line. Yeah.
Somebody said, please get back together. It was so emotional. Okay. She must be talking about Dami and Indiyah.
They offered me 200K, but by the end of the year finish, I made way more than that.
So he said that he made more, yeah, because if he made 600K. So maybe, I don't know, maybe... you can go and take a look at the interview on the We Need to Talk podcast. Obviously credit to the We Need to Talk podcast for the clips that you'll see in this video. But as he's saying, he made more than 600K across that year.
I feel like the first year I probably made like maybe like 550, 600.
So yeah, let's get through some of the clips, man. I've gotten some bits, as you can see there. A lot of people have been reacting to it. You got this one, Jamaicans heartbroken, Dami and Indiyah, and yeah, I mean there's been there's loads of comments back and forth regarding the breakdown of that relation. And the only reason I'm talking about it is because at the end of the day, Love Island, it's a show. There were a couple on the show and people watched it, and it's going to be of interest. This is Rochelle on the 1 second. What show is this? This is Rochelle on the morning show by Spiller and them man there. Let's and them man and them ladies there. Let's have a look at what she's saying. Ooh, it's
a dynamic. He did say not from her, which is good. But
let's go back a stage actually.
He felt like there was things that were said that made him feel quite uncomfortable.
So she's saying that he said that there are things that made him feel uncomfortable. Let's go. So is this talking about, because I know there's some comments about the different cultures, Jamaican and Nigerian, etc., the differences between the families or something like that, but let's hear what she's saying.
Which I think is pretty shit. I don't know, like if I'm in a relationship with someone, I guess it depends on what's being said. But
so she's talking about what she'd do in that scenario if it was her and there was some sort of disagreements between the families.
Obviously he did say like it wasn't her that was making these comments, but where do you draw the line and tell your family, look, like this is the person that I'm with?
Yeah, would that happen to you? How would you?
Yeah, so there's some back and forth, but let me be clear, it's not Indiyah that was making those comments. about Dami. And there's some issues with the family or something along those lines, apparently, according to the interview with Dami on the We Need to Talk podcast.
How would you like, say for example they said something to your partner,
Yeah.
your fat, like, how would you address that?
So he's the brother behind the camera in interviews, asked how would she address that how would Rochelle address that if that was her?
If it was like around the way that he was dressing or whatever it may be, like, if I love that person and I respect them and I have what I have got.
So it seemed that the Jamaican side of the family weren't too au fait, or they weren't rating Dami's dressing style, but the brothers in fashion and that, like, obviously people dress differently. I don't know, like, everybody's got their own taste in it, and that's who Indiyah liked at the time. So this is how Rochelle saying that she would address the situation.
Going on with them, and it's been going on for years, and we live in the same home. You need to respect my man.
So she's saying that they need to respect her man, they need to respect the ting. Okay, fair enough. Big up the morning show. Let me hear this. So this is delving into it now. So Dami found out about Indiyah kissing Marlon 2 days. It was a chain of events, too clearly not to figure it out. Indiyah came forward and told him this is what happened. I had to process it, and we still lived together. So even after, and do you know what my thing is? I'll tell you this. Like, it's a mad thing to say, and I wish Dami every success in the future. But people do break up every day. I mean, these things happen, man. But let's hear this. It's upsetting. It's not great, but these things happen, man. Let me hear this. And you have to, as my dad always used to say to me, man, move on. That's what my dad used to say to me, man. Sometimes you just have to move on in terms of some of the relationship side situations, and don't dwell on the situations. You see what I'm saying? But let me see this. I'm not saying that I've experienced anything like this, by the way, because yeah, I'm not saying that at all. But the general principle is you should move on, really, man. But anyway, he's talking about it
on December 5th. And it was just because of just a chain of events of things
So you're saying there was a chain of events?
Didn't make sense. And I'm too clued in not to, figure stuff out.
So bro's spider senses, this is my interpretation, his spider senses were tingling. He's thinking, nah, something not right, you know? He's thinking, nah, I'm not feeling what's going on. There's something wrong. Let me hear what you're saying.
Especially because I've been with you for so long. And I think eventually she obviously came forward and,
So obviously, yeah, so she's forwarded and said,
said this had been what happened.
And what happened was Indiyah was filmed. I don't know if there was a person hiding when they were filming. I don't even know who took the video actually, but she was filmed kissing Marlon, who was on the Inside show. Apparently, it was the event. It wasn't a date apparently, but it was an event associated with the Inside Netflix show, which I've also been reviewing on the channel. So do check out those videos on the Inside, the Sidemen show on Netflix. Do check that out.
And for me, I had to process it. And I'm like, I'm processing it privately. Like, no one knows this is happening. So it was a thing for me, like, it was just like a situation of, like, stories just wasn't
You saying the stories weren't adding up?
And just to keep it short, it just wasn't adding up. And then eventually she came forward to tell me.
So obviously something that he heard wasn't quite adding up. Apparently, I don't know, I think he was saying that he actually chose some of the outfits that she wore for that event. As I say, it was the Netflix event, and she forwarded, and yeah, it's a bit mad still. But as I say, man, people break up every day.
Me, and then we just had to, like, obviously I said I can't be in this relationship.
So he said, yeah, ting done, basically, innit?
Well, at the same time, I know, we have this public relationship.
So yeah, that's the thing, and that's the challenging thing about it. Like, when you're in a relationship in the public, you have to, how it starts, obviously it's all out there, and how it ends, you have to kind of manage that situation, isn't it?
I think it became to a point where it's like, there's times where it was like, she'd be on Snap or something.
And that's the thing. So yeah, people are going to be asking questions. Obviously, the footage is out there and that. And as far as he was concerned, it seemed like he's kind of broke up from that point. But obviously, they're in the public relationship, so they have to manage it. Obviously, they might have brand deals, etc. that's associated with their relationship that they have to kind of manage and to a sensible end, I suppose.
Something that you like say something about her she like her mental health right now is, you know, in a bad place.
Yeah.
And I would be trying to process this, but
so he's trying to manage what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying?
In my way, I needed to get out of the space that we lived in because we still had to live together.
So he's trying to move, as my dad used to say, he's trying to move on. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, that's right. You're still living together.
Yeah, we still live.
All right. So
they were still living together. So yeah, look, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. Oh no, yeah, forward to We Need to Talk podcast, Dami Hope's page, and all of that, and take a look, man. But you know,
all right.
That's basically the essence of it, really. What happened? He found out, chain of events, and he was too clued in not to figure it out. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
and it's peak, as I commented on our brother's page today, who was talking about it. It's a peak situation, man. It's a peak situation still.
So this is complicated.
Yeah, it's very complicated.
But you said already before you were clued in.
Yeah, man. So yeah, let's look at some other clips on this. Let me hear this one.
When did you find out?
I probably found out probably on December 5th.
So he found out earlier, and I think it was around December last year that the thing was circulating still. But yeah, man, as this lady said, she says it's heartbreaking to watch. Yeah, well, yeah, man, I saw it going on. And the thing is in life is the only person's actions that you can control, and I'll be discussing this in relation to another topic on another video, is your own, and you have to take responsibility. He's obviously found out what's going on, he's decided to move on, and obviously she's come clean about what happened and that. And to be fair, she's taken accountability, say, look, this is what happened, and the relationship finished, and it happens every day around the world. It's not great, and I guess it's not something to aspire to, but that's what happens, isn't it?
And it was just because of just a chain of events of things just didn't make sense.
Yeah, man, and that's how it goes. That's how it goes. But he's speaking.
Was spotted kissing inside.
He's speaking, and that's the infamous clip there. There's music on this clip, so I'm not gonna bother. The brother interviewing him, by the way, is a brother named Paul Brunson. He does Celebrities Go Dating or some other shows, and that he's got quite a massive media profile and platform. Talking about these types of topics, actually, dating, relationships, and that sort of thing. I think he kind of advises in that area. See what I'm saying? So this lady's talking about it. Let's see what this lady Dami Zayn, credit to her and big her up. Let me see what she's saying about this.
And therefore, his interview on the We Need to Talk podcast is not going to move them. As far as they're concerned, he deserved it. He's unserious.
So she's talking. She's saying that she's reflecting on the comments of some people who are saying Dami deserved it. Hey, that is dark, man. Who's saying that the man them deserved it? That's crazy. And saying that he's unserious. I mean, I'm not here to judge anybody, but that's not nice saying that about the brother after he's gone through a situation like that. Mad.
They're going to ride at dawn for Indiyah Polak, so they're not going.
So people are taking sides. What they say? Indiyah on one side and Dami on the other. Man ain't taking those sides. Still, I'm just looking at this thing as it unfolds. Essentially, it's like reality. It's literally a reality TV situation, the aftermath of Love Island. This is what I'm looking at here, isn't it?
To forgive him. And unfortunately, we do live in a time now where people don't understand nuance. They can't understand that just because you like someone doesn't mean that they are incapable of being wrong.
So basically, she's saying, and that's what she's put in her summary at the top there, that you can like Indiyah and you can support her, but you can admit that cheating is wrong. Fair enough. Who's to judge? What you know? If you're Christian or if you're religious, there's a thing that says judge not, in it. And what's the other one? Let he who hath no sin cast the first stone. You know, like that.
I support Indiyah, but just because I like her doesn't mean that.
My thing is this: it's not great. It's not great, is it? Come on, it's not great, but you know, it is what it is, man. I'm not here to judge Indiyah. I'm not here to judge Dami. It is what it is, man.
I'm incapable of admitting when she's wrong. If Indiyah was the one that had been cheated on and it had been exposed,
she's saying that if it was the other way around,
so publicly, the way that it had been exposed when Indiyah cheated, I know for a fact that the people that are saying that they
she said she knows for a fact what gone.
support Indiyah's rights and wrongs and they want Dami to stop talking now and they don't care, they don't feel no empathy for him, they would be on his neck because they don't like him.
Man, she's saying that like he would, if it was the other way around, it would be peak for him the same way. Like no difference. It's just like you can't win. You can't win, brother. That's how it goes, man. So you have to have what's it? In life, you got to be stoic. In life, you have to be stoic, man. Just like get through the things that are going on, you know.
He cried about his dad passing away. He explained how heartbreaking that was, and seeing Dami express his emotion.
That is very sad. That is very sad indeed. And my condolences to the brother.
And speak about how, because of the way he dresses, because of the way that he presents himself, people.
He's basically ain't bro a model or something. He's in fashion and that, isn't it? That's of course. I don't know. Not everything's understandable to everybody, isn't it?
Called him gay. People have speculated.
Yeah. So. Come on, man. Judge not. Leave the brother alone, man. You lot, leave the brother alone. He's gone through a hard situation. But interesting interview, man. Interesting interview. Let's see if we got some other feedback. This lady speaking.
No, that Wim.
Big up Tavanaha Lexis. Let me hear what she's saying.
Paul calls, I pick up the phone for you guys, because not the Paul Brunson dropping me a DM, letting me see the sneak peek of the trailer.
Okay, so she got a sneak peek, okay.
For We Need to Talk podcast with Dami Ho. Now, this episode is going to allow us to experience Dami the way we have
So she's basically giving like an intro to what the episode's going to be about, really.
never experienced Dami before. Paul goes deep.
Need
Paul
to talk.
makes him
Paul's there, that's their ads there, Need to Talk and Paul C. Brunson.
Right. Paul gives Dami the space to even talk positively on Indiyah.
Okay, so you spoke positively on that, okay. There you go, a bit of balance.
You're
Balance!
not going to see him bashing her. It's not that kind of conversation. It's grown people.
Yeah, I mean, if he was bashing her, it's going to be mad still for him. Got to be you got to be diplomatic, man.
Conversation. You know, when you watch his episodes, it's
But yeah, man, big up to Vanna Alexis for that. So she's kind of introing it. Yeah, and Dami was on. Tyreek's like a streamer. I think Tyreek was on Love Island as well, but obviously he's sharing. Tyreek's giving his opinion on the Indiyah Dami situation. This is much early on. This is like 10 weeks ago, isn't it? So it's closer to the time when it happened. Let me see this.
I've been asking my opinion on the situation, on the matter.
So did you get me here to sit down to listen to your opinion?
Okay, so he's saying, I mean, these man, it's going to be, which on streaming and that, these men are going to be running little banter and that, and you know what I'm saying? So he's saying that you got him here to ask him the bare questions, basically, but go on.
Look at the title.
You could have called me on the phone, bro.
No. Because you know what I wanted you
So he wanted him to forward to have that conversation.
to be here, bro.
Well, the clip farm and that.
No. A lot of people.
Come on, it's all about clip farming. What are we doing? What are we doing there? Shouts to Funky D. What are we doing there? It's all about clip farming, really.
A lot of people have been asking my opinion.
I
I respect for Indiyah. I'm not saying anyone gonna send that hate. A lot of people
What's he saying?
do cheat, unfortunately.
That's my point. That is my point, and that's why I said it earlier. Like, people cheat every day, people break up every day, it's not great. Obviously, you aspire to, you know, if you tell each other that you're in a monogamous relationship, obviously the aim is to keep it that way. Do you see what I'm saying? But humans are fallible, and people step out sometimes. And what you have to do is kind of hope that doesn't happen to you. Try to pick the correct person, and all that, and then see how things go from there. Really.
It's just unfortunately for Indiyah, she's in a public.
Look at Dami's face. he weren't liking that, man. But it's harsh truth, isn't it?
She got caught cheating. Yes or no?
Yeah, Dami's not rating it, man. But you know, like when you're talking to your brethren, like your brethren will just tell you the harsh truth. If they're real brethren, they're gonna tell you what's up, innit? That's what Tyreek's just kind of saying it as it is, really.
People do cheat, but she got caught, so it's heightened for her, yeah? But what I will say is...
No, he's not liking to hearing this, man.
The double standards are fucking disgusting.
Alright, Tyreek's going on. Hey, go and watch that stream when you got a moment. He's saying there's double standards. Mud! Alright, let's hear what's going on here. So this is on the cultural differences and some and you know, I can see how that can happen. I guess it's just navigating through the nuances of those types of situations. Let me hear what they're saying. So Dami feels Indiyah's family thinks he's not masculine enough. So it's not only cultural differences, there's also what is masculine, what isn't masculine. Let's see what he's saying anyway.
I feel like more or less, I feel like we come from different types of like households. Where mine is so traditional, it's full of like, you know, you have to greet. It's
what's that? The dobale, where the greeting. There's different. Yeah, there's it's shared. There's differences. Is what is, but yeah, dobale, where you go on the floor and you greet the elders with respect, but you still greet your Jamaican elders with respect as well, man. Same way. It's just maybe a bit different.
It's very respectful, and I guess like in her household, like lovely people, but then I would sense the difference in like.
I'm not sure about this bit though, because I hear what's happened in that, but going into what happens in her household, maybe a step too far, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe. But you know, let's see what's going on. Let's hear this. It's out there already, so we're listening to it, man.
I don't know how to say it like without, so I'm not trying to sound rude or anything like that, but there is a definite difference in how she speaks to her mom. It's not how I speak to my mom. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
I have to put auntie in front of her mom's name. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. What was you say? What is saying? This first name basis right over there. Can be.
I mean, stuff like this, like different things, but she don't.
But, bro, you might have known that when you decided to get into a relationship, because you might have perceived that there might be cultural differences. It is what it is, man. You just have to know to navigate that. But maybe he's not criticizing it, he's just reflecting on the differences, I guess.
She do it as well, because I'll teach her the difference in the culture, whereas I feel like mine's very traditional.
And that's it. It's about education.
But then hers is a bit more free.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
So I tell you what.
All right, let's whiz through that. So yeah, there's a few cultural differences. I understand. Let's hear this one.
When did you find out?
I probably found out.
So the same thing. Well, okay, I don't know about that.
Anniversary.
Yeah.
Then Indiyah.
So that's the
UK star Marlon Garcia. When did you find it?
So that's the anyway. You saw what that was. Everybody's seen that clip already. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Come from different types of like households. Where mine is so.
Yeah, man. So we discussed that already. The different types of household. But yeah, go and check out the interview. What's it on? It's on 500,000 already as of now. It's on 500,000. It's on 500,000 already, you know. It's on 500,000 already, man. A few comments over there. But yeah, man, go and check it out, man. We Need to Talk podcast with Paul Bronson. Dami, I think Dami Hope sits down as a chat. And that's it, really. That's what I got. That's what's going on, really, man. Anyway, you've heard a couple of the themes. Cultural differences. What happened just happened on the night. It just happened, and obviously she admitted what happened. And relationship done. What do you think about it? Give me your opinions. Let me know, man. Let me know what you. As I say, he's a relationship expert, matchmaker, etc. Where do we go from here? Should he have kept it all to himself, been stoic, or do you think he was right to kind of discuss it? Dami Hope exclusive on breakup with Indiyah. Her story didn't add up. What do you think? Let me know. But I thought, let me look at this Love Island reaction, inside side men, adjacent relationship reaction. Marlon, Indiyah, Dami and all that. And yeah, let me know your views on it, man. Let me know your views on it, man. But anyway, big up all the watchers, listeners and subscribers. I've got some very interesting videos forward into the channel. I'm going to be doing a video right after this one discussing attempted M, dangerous driving, drink driving, and the law from a layman's perspective anyway concerning that, without going into further detail. So as I say, I'll be discussing that sort of attempted M in relation to another a general situation, I'm going to put it that way, and unfortunate situation, but you know, in this not, by the way, that's nothing associated with Dami Hope, nothing associated with Paul Bronson, nothing associated with Indiyah. It's just completely separate, just general sort of law analysis, or however you want to call it, that I'm going to be looking at shortly. Very somber actually, but yeah, I thought I'd take a look at this We Need to Talk episode. So big up all the watchers, listeners and subscribers. Please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Scroll down, put a comment, swipe left, hype the video, and forward. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, big up everybody. But for now, I'm done talking.